The first thing I felt was sand in my mouth. The second thing I felt was breathing behind me. Not wind, not waves. Breathing. Slow, heavy, wet, like something enormous was standing only a few steps away, deciding whether I was worth killing. I kept my eyes closed. My body lay half buried in warm sand, the ocean whispering somewhere behind me. The sun burned my skin, but I didn't move. Instinct was screaming one thing inside my skull: don't move. The breathing grew closer. A shadow covered my face. Then something hot brushed against the back of my neck. A snout, smelling me. My heart slammed against my ribs so hard I thought the creature would hear it. I had no memory of who I was, no memory of how I got here, but one thing deep inside my bones told me the truth. If I opened my eyes right now, I was going to see something that shouldn't exist anymore. A drop of saliva landed beside my cheek. The creature inhaled again, and then the ground shook. A thunderous roar exploded across the beach. The breathing behind me vanished instantly. Something massive crashed through the jungle nearby. Trees snapped like toothpicks. The predator behind me let out an angry growl and charged away toward the new noise. I opened my eyes and immediately wished I hadn't. The tracks in the sand were bigger than my entire body. 3 clawed toes, each one the size of my forearm. My throat went dry. There was only one animal in history that left footprints like that. But those animals had been extinct for 65 million years. Another roar erupted from the jungle, this one deeper, older. The sound vibrated in my bones like a warning from the past itself. I pushed myself to my feet. The beach stretched endlessly in both directions. Behind me, the ocean rolled under a blinding blue sky. Ahead of me stood a jungle so dense it looked like a wall of black teeth. I didn't know where I was. But I knew one thing. Something on this island had just scared away a T-Rex-sized predator, and that meant there was something worse. I grabbed a broken branch from the sand and moved toward the jungle. The moment I stepped under the trees, the temperature dropped. The air smelled strange, sweet and rotten at the same time. The forest floor was silent, too silent. No birds, no insects, nothing. My footsteps sounded painfully loud as I walked deeper into the green darkness. After 10 minutes, I found water. A narrow stream cut through the jungle like a silver snake. I dropped to my knees and drank. The water was cold, fresh, real. For a moment, I almost believed I might survive this place. Then I noticed the reflection in the water. Not my face, something moving behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just trees. Just shadows. Just the quiet jungle watching me. My nerves were screaming. I stood up slowly. That's when I saw it. Footprints in the mud beside the stream. Not animal tracks. Human. Bare feet. Fresh. Someone else was here. Relief rushed through me so fast, my knees almost buckled.
Help! Is anyone there?
Hello? I called out. The jungle swallowed my voice. No answer. I followed the footprints. They moved upstream for about 50 meters, then suddenly stopped. Not faded, not turned, stopped, as if the person had simply vanished into thin air. My stomach tightened. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. The forest floor around me looked disturbed. Branches broken. Mud splattered, like there had been a fight. And then I saw the blood. Dark red, still wet. My pulse began to hammer again. Whatever happened here had happened recently. A low growl rolled through the trees behind me. I turned slowly. Two yellow eyes stared at me from the shadows. Then 4. Then 6. Shapes emerged from the undergrowth. Creatures the size of wolves, but wrong. Their bodies were lean and muscular like predators built for speed. Their heads looked reptilian. Rows of needle-like teeth glistened in their open jaws. 3 of them. They circled me slowly. I raised the stick in my hands. It felt laughably useless. One of the creatures stepped closer. Its tongue flicked through the air, tasting my scent. Then it lunged. I swung the branch with everything I had. The wood cracked against its skull. The creature shrieked and tumbled sideways. The other 2 attacked instantly. I ran. Branches tore at my skin as I sprinted blindly through the jungle. Behind me, the predators crashed through the forest with terrifying speed. I could hear their claws tearing into the dirt. Closer, closer. Suddenly, the trees ended. The ground vanished beneath my feet. I skidded to a stop, inches from the edge of a cliff. The ocean roared hundreds of meters below. No escape. The creatures emerged from the jungle behind me, slow, patient, enjoying the hunt. One stepped forward, its jaws opened. Rows of white teeth glowed in the fading sunlight. I tightened my grip on the broken stick. This was it. Then something changed. The predators froze, their ears flattened against their skulls. All three of them suddenly lowered themselves toward the ground. Submission. They weren't looking at me anymore. They were looking behind me. A shadow moved across the cliff, soft, silent. I turned around slowly. At first, my brain refused to understand what I was seeing because her face looked human. Pale skin, sharp cheekbones. Lips slightly parted as she breathed calmly in the wind. But her eyes glowed gold like a predator's. And the rest of her body belonged to something wild. Fur covered powerful feline muscles. A long spotted tail moved slowly behind her. Claws curved from her fingers like polished blades. She stepped forward. The predators that had been hunting me immediately backed away. One even whined softly. She ignored them. Her gaze stayed fixed on me, studying me, curious. Like I was some strange animal she had never seen before. My voice came out hoarse. "Who are you?" She tilted her head slightly, almost like the question amused her. Then she spoke. Her voice was calm, but there was something ancient inside it. "You shouldn't still be alive." My stomach dropped. "What does that mean?" She walked closer, close enough that I could see faint scars across her fur. Battle scars. Old ones. "You've survived 6 hours," she said quietly. "Most subjects last less than 20 minutes. Cold fear crawled through my spine.
And the guys you are not ready.
Subjects? Her golden eyes watched me carefully. For a moment, she looked almost sad. Then she said the words that shattered everything. "This island isn't real." A distant roar thundered across the jungle. Something enormous was moving through the forest again. But this time, the sound wasn't hunting, it was searching. Her ears twitched toward the noise. "They've noticed," she whispered. "Who has?" The ground began to tremble. Trees crashed somewhere in the jungle. Something gigantic was approaching, fast. She stepped closer to me, so close I could feel the warmth of her body. Her eyes locked onto mine. "You're inside a simulation," she said quietly. My brain struggled to process the words. "A simulation? Why?" Her expression hardened. "Because your species is extinct." The jungle exploded behind us. A monstrous reptilian head burst through the trees, 30 feet of muscle and teeth. A predator built for one purpose, erasing anything alive. The creature roared. The sound shook the entire cliff. I stared at it in disbelief. "That thing is real!" She looked at the monster, then back at me. "No," she said softly. "You are the only real thing left." The predator charged. The ground cracked beneath its weight. I froze, but she didn't move. She simply stepped in front of me, and when the creature lunged, she met it head on. The impact shook the cliff. Claws against teeth, fur against scales. The battle lasted less than 3 seconds. When the dust cleared, the monster lay dead, its skull crushed like glass. She stood over the body, breathing slowly. Then she looked back at me. "You're not supposed to win this test," she said. The jungle roared again. This time dozens of predators answered. Something was coming, a lot of somethings. Her expression darkened. "They're escalating the trial." "What trial?" She looked toward the sky. For the first time, fear flickered across her face. "Your extinction test." Red lights suddenly appeared in the clouds above the island, scanning beams, watching, hunting, and she whispered something that made my blood turn cold. "If they realize I helped you, they'll erase us both."